Good afternoon. I invite all of you who are willing to join me in prayer. Eternal Spirit of the universe, holy breath of life and love, this is a day when we open our lives to new friends, to new colleagues, and to new possibilities. This is a day when we celebrate, in the distinctive colors of our academic regalia, the truth and the beauty found in the diverse methodologies of all of the fields of academic endeavor. This is a day of struggle for our dear colleagues and students who battle illness, and for the family and friends who support them, for those who have experienced losses over the summer and continue to grieve. This is a day when we honor all that is best in the people who embody the spirit of Elizabethtown College and the continuing legacy of a philosophy of education focused on a responsible commitment to the well-being of local communities and global communities, and the cultivation of the virtues of the heart as much as the knowledge of the head. This is a day when we pray for those living with collateral damage from earthquakes, famines, war, and unethical leadership, for the millions around the world who struggle to overcome poverty and to achieve basic human rights, for peace in our world. This is a day like innumerable days gone by when gathered human souls request a blessing of wisdom and of courage and of strength for the living of this day and of every day to come. Amen.
You may be seated. On behalf of the Board of Trustees of Elizabethtown College, I join you in celebrating the start of another academic year. And it's an exciting time here at Elizabethtown, and one can feel that excitement as we walk around campus and we converse with each other in this building, and especially when we see the new Bauer Center for Wellness and the activities going on there. I was there yesterday, and it was just full of life. So many students were there taking advantage of the opportunities offered. But as we start this academic year, I want to extend the board's congratulations to all of our emergent scholars, our faculty who were recently promoted or newly tenured, which are listed in your program, and staff, and especially the incoming class of 2023. Congratulations to all of you. As first-year students, you now begin your academic journey with the college. Please know that many of us are on the board sharing your excitement, your nervousness, your curiosity. As hard as it is to believe, it seems only like a short time ago that we were standing in your shoes. The opportunities before you are boundless, and within just 4 short years, each of you will make lifelong relationships and friendships and will learn to challenge yourself with new goals. Each of you will learn to live life with purpose and meaning. I invite you especially to take heart to the college's motto, educate for service. That's what we're all about. So on behalf of the board, I challenge each of you to embrace your time here at Elizabethtown College, embrace your diversity, your individual uniqueness, and all the opportunities and challenges that come from learning to make a difference in your own lives and in each other's lives. My generation, like previous generations, leaves you with many challenges and unmet needs. May you continue to debate these challenges and solutions in a transparent manner and formulate your own ideas in the continuous pursuit of a better world for all. I congratulate all gathered here today, and especially the incoming class of 2023. Your past successes have brought you to this point in your lives. Students, learn to excel, and at the end of your 4 years, be prepared to take flight. But remember, as I said earlier, it seems like just a few short years since the board members were sitting where you're sitting. Life is truly short. So take time to enjoy college, enjoy the campus, enjoy the Bauer Center, enjoy the relationships you make along the way. Many of them will be lifelong relationships. So from the Board of Trustees, our best wishes to each of you for a very successful and satisfying new academic year.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is John Ciampoli, and I'm the Vice President for Enrollment Management. And it is with great honor and enthusiasm that we welcome you to Elizabethtown College, the class of 2023. As you gather here today, we mark a new beginning. More than a year ago, most of you started a process during which you completed applications, wrote essays, and logged hundreds of miles traveling to campus and other campuses with your parents, your family members, searching for the right fit. This week, you begin the next chapter of your lives as you take your place as members of the Elizabethtown College community. During your time at E-Town, we will challenge and support you so that you will persevere and triumph to gather in the Dell for commencement in May of 2023. Through your academic and student life experiences, you will be transformed and prepared for great success upon graduation. This is our commitment to you. I ask today that you also make a commitment to bring all of your talents and your passions for learning, exploration, and service with you each day. Challenge yourself, make your mark, and take advantage of every opportunity that is presented to you. President McCormick, members of the Board of Trustees, faculty, administration, students, and community members, I would like to introduce to you this talented group of students. They come to us from 9 states and 2 foreign countries. 48 members of the class carry on a family tradition at Elizabethtown, following grandparents, parents, brothers, and sisters. 32% of the class are first-generation students. 27% were members of the National Honor Society. 7 students have been designated as Stamps Scholars, tied for the largest number in our school's incoming history. 80 members of the class have joined the college's prestigious honors program. 39% were involved in the arts, 61% were involved in athletics. 37 students were leaders in student government, with 7 serving as class president. And, perhaps more importantly, more than half, 56%, were active in service to others. This is a very unique and talented group that I am sure will contribute greatly to our campus community. Therefore, it is with my pleasure and honor that I present to the Elizabethtown College community the class of 2023.
Good afternoon. My name is Celestino Limas, and I have the joy of serving as Vice President for Student Life here at E-Town. And to the class of 2023, I offer you a simple greeting of, we are our decisions. In your 4 years here, you have immense opportunity to make a difference in the lives of those around you and the lives of those you may never meet. However, each of those moments requires agency and requires you to be present in them. So I say to you that we are our decisions in what we choose to do and what we choose not to do. There are going to be moments in this first semester when you see yourself being a bit apprehensive about maybe approaching someone who you may recognize from a class, and you're going to say, well, I'm not quite certain if they know me. In that moment, choose to be bold. Make that new friend. There will be moments in this first semester where you will find yourself maybe struggling a bit with a complex task that's in your coursework, a theory that maybe isn't quite resonating with you that much, and you can say to yourself, well, maybe I just need to focus a little bit more. I'll get it eventually. In that moment, choose to be brave, because the faculty that are seated here in front of you want nothing more than to be guideposts and mentors in your academic journey. In this fall semester, you'll be presented with moments where you are going to see people in the community, on campus, questioning concepts that they've never wrestled with before, and that can be a very awkward position. In that moment, choose to be a colleague and encourage people to continue thinking in that process, because there is something magical when a peer says 3 simple words, tell me more. When you feel as if there are people around you that are genuinely interested in what you have to contribute, you will be amazed at how much you are willing to share and how much that person's ideas can blossom. Because at your time here at Elizabethtown, there are going to be moments that are going to feel a little bit uncomfortable and you're not certain what your role is. And so I would remind you that being uncomfortable is not a synonym for being unfamiliar with something. If we're doing our roles well here at the college, we will present multiple moments where you are being introduced to new topics, new ideas, new people, new ways of being. And in those moments, choose to engage. These 4 years of your life are going to be endless opportunities for you to engage with one another, but more importantly, to grow. And I say to you that in those moments, you can and you should, and I think you will, choose to be present, because that's what we have together for 4 years. We have a series of moments. And I remind you that we are our decisions. And I really am excited for all of the wonderful decisions you are about to make that impact my life, impact your lives, and impact the lives of people you've not met before. Because that is what we do here at Elizabethtown. We are very glad that you're here, and welcome to the start of the next 4 years.
Good afternoon, class of 2023. It's a privilege to add a welcome and congratulate you on joining our Blue Jay community. My name is Kyle Kopko. I'm an associate dean, an associate professor of political science, and most importantly, an alumnus of Elizabethtown College. I'm a member of the class of 2005. I want to invite each member of the class of 2023 to take part in an important and time-honored tradition at Elizabethtown College, the signing of the Pledge of Integrity. After Convocation, each of you will have the opportunity to sign the pledge at the Thompson Gymnasium Terrace. The pledge is held in high esteem here at Elizabethtown College because it symbolizes the things that we value most in our community: honesty, respect, and integrity, both inside and outside the classroom. The pledge was not a creation of faculty and staff. Instead, it was created by the student body decades ago. That's one of the many reasons why the pledge is so special. Students realized that who we are as an institution depended on their actions. You are all members of this Elizabethtown College community, and the community that you inherit today is the product of the contributions made by thousands of students who came before you over the college's 120-year history. You may not realize it, but you are all stewards of Elizabethtown College. And to echo what Vice President Lemus said, you all have the incredible ability to make positive and lasting contributions to our community that will influence future generations of students to come. What you do here matters a great deal. And personally, I look forward to seeing all the good that comes from the class of 2023 this year and in the years to come. And it all begins by signing the Pledge of Integrity. Thank you very much, and best wishes for the start of the academic year.
Good afternoon. This year, I'm honored and proud to recognize 7 faculty colleagues for their distinguished achievements and dedication to Elizabethtown College students and graduates. 2 of these faculty members were awarded tenure, and all were promoted to either the rank of professor or associate professor. Well, Associate Professors Arnold, Gross, and Hempel, along with Professors Mckay, Oskanja, Panchik, and Ricci, please join me on the stage. Today is a significant day for my colleagues. To reach the rank of associate professor and professor are among the most prestigious honors an educator in higher education will achieve. It's a recognition of countless hours of teaching inside and outside the classroom, scholarly research, and unwavering service to the college and broader community. A committee of faculty peers, me in my role as Senior Vice President for Academic Affairs, the college president, and the Board of Trustees carefully review and approve all promoted faculty. A favorable decision on tenure means the college sees great value in long-term commitment to these esteemed members of our scholarly family, and a promotion to the next rank signifies maturity of his or her work in each of the 3 areas of teaching, scholarship, and service. First, Dr. Christie Arnold. Dr. Arnold, tenured and promoted to Associate Professor of Art, earned her Bachelor's of Fine Arts degree from the University of Kansas, her Master's from the University of Connecticut, and her doctoral degree in Visual Arts from the University of Sydney. She joined us in 2014. Her extensive background in fine arts provides our students with various courses to learn from her in drawing, fundamentals of color and design, painting, printmaking, animation, as well as her senior seminar. Her experiences and knowledge have been recognized beyond E-Town through multiple grants, fellowships, and scholarships, including the Presidential Scholarship in 2018, awarded by the Anderson Ranch Arts Center in Colorado. Dr. Arnold is able to share her passion and knowledge with our students through exercises and discussions that promote self-discovery, diverse worldviews, and critical thinking, all attributes that make E-Town so special for students. Congratulations, Dr. Arnold, on your creativity and scholarly work. Dr. Ann Gross, tenured and promoted to Associate Professor of Music. She joined us in 2012. She received her bachelor's degree in music from Oberlin Conservatory of Music, her master's from the University of Cincinnati College Conservatory of Music, and her doctorate in music arts from the University of Michigan. Teaching responsibilities for Dr. Gross include private voice, vocal ensemble, diction for singers, and directing Fenice, the college's gender-inclusive treble choir. Dr. Gross has been recognized nationally for her highly trained skills as a recitalist, oratorio soloist, and master clinician. She's been invited to perform in Ireland, Northern Ireland, the Czech Republic, Germany, Spain, and Cuba, entertaining crowds with her musicality and humor. In service to the institution, Dr. Gross assists with various student productions and gives her time and service to providing lessons, classes, and ensembles to all students, giving her the chance to work across campus and not only with those students majoring in music. Well done, Dr. Gross, and congratulations on your well-deserved promotion. Our next awardee, Dr. Kari Hempel, joined us in 2008 and has been promoted to Associate Professor of Occupational Therapy. She holds a bachelor's degree from Thomas Jefferson University and has a clinical doctorate from Rocky Mountain University of Health Professions. She focuses her teaching on advanced clinical reasoning and pediatrics, as well as courses that focus on scholarship, documentation, and licensure regulations. Her student success is built on her problem-solving learning approach to teaching and her ability to provide hands-on learning combined with the sharing of her own professional experiences. Dr. Hempel's institutional service with the Student-Directed Learning Community Program, her involvement in faculty governance, and her volunteerism with various student occupational therapy student organizations is to be commended. She also provides fieldwork opportunity for many OT students with the Special Olympics organization and was integral in launching the Campus Special Olympics Swim Meet with the Student Athletic Committee. Thank you, Dr. Hempel, and congratulations on your excellent work and service to our college. Dr. James Mckay, our next honoree, has been promoted to Professor of Chemistry. Dr. Mckay joined Elizabethtown in 2007 and earned his bachelor's degree from Miami University, his doctorate from the University of Michigan, and completed a postdoctoral fellowship at the University of Chicago. His primary teaching responsibilities include organic chemistry, advanced organic chemistry, and integrated lab, and he has delivered multiple first-year seminars in his time here. To date, 28 Elizabethtown students, as well as a student at Binghamton University, have been involved in his research program. Dr. Mckay is an advocate of hands-on learning opportunities, and his passion in teaching is to see true research incorporated into the curriculum. Simply stated, Dr. Mckay loves to challenge his students to achieve more than they knew they were capable of. He's also very active in campus governance, serving on the Professional Standards Committee, Academic Council, and the Health Professions Advisory Committee. We commend you for your dedication to our community and congratulate you on your incredible work, Dr. Mckay. Next, Dr. Oya Askanja has been promoted to Professor of Political Science. Dr. Askanja joined the faculty at Elizabethtown in 2007. She received her Bachelor's of Political Science and International Relations from Boğaziçi University in Turkey and her Master's and Doctorate in Government Studies from the University of Texas at Austin. Dr. Askanja's teaching includes international relations, comparative politics, European Union simulation, model union nation, terrorism and counterterrorism, as well as Arabic courses. Her experiential learning approach of using real-life examples, class discussions, and her EU simulation class all help to keep her students engaged and thinking critically. Her genuine enthusiasm inspires her students to follow international affairs and to study and question the political developments around the world more closely. Dr. Askanja has served as a faculty advisor to the International Club and the Habitat for Humanity chapter on campus. Her service goes beyond the classroom walls as she mentors many of her students and inspires them to be well-informed global citizens. She regularly takes her students to the Model UN conferences in New York City and the European Union simulations in Washington, D.C. Participation within these prestigious organizations proves to be a fantastic experience for our students to learn more about the diplomatic world, peace building, and conflict transformation. Thank you, Dr. Oskanja, for your dedication to our students and their overall success, and congratulations on all your scholarly work. Dr. Daniel Panchik, our next recipient, has been promoted to Professor of Occupational Therapy. Dr. Panchik obtained his Bachelor of Science from Indiana University of Pennsylvania, his Master's from the Medical College of Virginia, and his doctoral degree from Rocky Mountain University of Health Professions. He joined us in 2003. Dr. Panchik teaches primarily the movement of science and motor control courses and facilitates interprofessional educational experiences for his students. He has shared his scholarly work through published pieces and during countless conferences. He serves as the vice chair of the Institutional Review Board, and this past May exemplified our college motto of Educate for Service as he co-led the service learning course to Vietnam. In partnership with the nonprofit Brittany's Hope, Dr. Panchik and E-Town students were able to provide care to children in 3 orphanages, a vocational training center for young adults, a geriatric center, as well as support some community humanitarian projects. Thank you, Dr. Panchik, and congratulations for your exemplary service and professional contributions. Finally, Dr. Patricia Ricci has been promoted to Professor of Fine Arts. Dr. Ricci obtained her bachelor's degree from Moore College of Art and Design and her master's and doctoral degrees from Bryn Mawr College. Dr. Ricci, who serves as director of the college's Fine Arts Department, offers introductory and upper-level art history courses, as well as a course in world architecture. She assists with teaching the architectural design studio courses and the interdisciplinary colloquium, Visualizing Women in 19th Century Art and Literature. Dr. Ricci guides her classes through open dialogue, which stimulates thought-provoking conversations among her students. She also gives her time to students beyond the classroom walls by mentoring many of them to develop their career plans. This past spring, Dr. Ricci collaborated with Dr. Anya Goldinia's biology students on an exhibition of anatomical models that were displayed at the North Museum in Lancaster. Dr. Ricci's commitment to providing her students with opportunities to develop their skills through real-world learning projects helped them shape their educational journey at E-Town. Congratulations, Dr. Ricci, for all your scholarly work and institutional service to the college. The collective work of all my colleagues standing here before you today is awe-inspiring. The work that they do as teacher-scholars prepares our students to be lifelong learners and global leaders. Our intentional combination of our service and peacemaking qualities exudes our college's commitment to ensuring our students leave a positive mark on others in this world, both before and after they graduate. The educators standing before you today have all impacted students to leave here better than when they arrived. Your work is making Elizabethtown College a stronger institution. Once again, please join me in congratulating this group of faculty. Thank you so much. Thank you. And now let me invite Dr. Christie Arnold, Dean for Academic Affairs and Faculty Development, to the front to recognize our Faculty Award recipients.
Thank you, Betty. It is my honor and privilege to recognize those faculty members who received awards during the last academic year and whose names are indicated in your convocation program. A number of my faculty colleagues have been recognized for meritorious work in the area of teaching and advising. Let me invite them to stand as their name is called and remain standing. If you could please hold your applause, we will recognize them as a group. Faculty members who received merit awards in the area of teaching and advising are Sarah Atwood, Associate Professor of Engineering, Jean Batista Abreu, Assistant Professor of Engineering, Mahuo Bhattacharya, Associate Professor of Japanese, Kurt DeGood, Professor of Engineering, Anya Goldina, Assistant Professor of Biology, Michelle Cosmore, Associate Professor of Sociology, James Mckay, Professor of Chemistry, E. Fletcher McClellan, Professor of Political Science, Timothy McDevitt, Professor of Mathematics, Tara Moore, Visiting Assistant Professor of English, Oya Azkanja, Professor of Political Science, Jeffrey Rood, Associate Professor of Chemistry, Petru Sandhu, Associate Professor of Entrepreneurship and Management, and T. Evan Smith, Associate Professor of Psychology. Congratulations, colleagues, on your exceptional teaching and advising. In the area of scholarly and professional activity, the following faculty members have been recognized for their meritorious contributions. Again, I invite our Merit Award winners to stand as their names are called in order that we may recognize the group. Christie Arnold, Associate Professor of Art, Sarah Atwood, Associate Professor of Engineering, E. Douglas Baumberger, Professor of Music, David Bound, Associate Professor of Biology, David Brown, Professor of History, Kirsten Johnson, Professor of Communications, David Kenley, Professor of History, James Mckay, Professor of Chemistry, Susan Mapp, Professor of Social Work, Timothy McDevitt, Professor of Mathematics, Oya Azkanja, Professor of Political Science, Brenda Reed Daly, Associate Professor of Engineering, Gabriel Ricci, Professor of Fine Arts, and Michael Silberstein, Professor of Philosophy. Congratulations all on your outstanding scholarly and creative work. Faculty members who have been recognized with merit awards in the area of service, again, please stand as your name is called, are Sarah Atwood, Associate Professor of Engineering, Tomas Estrada, Associate Professor of Engineering, Tamara Humbert, Associate Professor of Occupational Therapy, Kirsten Johnson, Professor of Communications, Dmitry Krachevsky, Associate Professor of Economics, Jody Lancaster, Associate Professor of Biology, Susie Mapp, Professor of Social Work, Jean Pretz, Professor of Psychology, Jeffrey Rood, Associate Professor of Chemistry, Michael Roy, Associate Professor of Psychology, Kevin Schorner Johnson, Associate Professor of Music, Matthew Skillen, Associate Professor of English, and Deborah Wall, Professor of Biology. Congratulations, colleagues, on your impactful work in service to your students, departments, the institution, your professional organizations, and the community. Senior merit is awarded to full professors who have served at least 6 years at the rank of professor and have earned widespread recognition through their teaching, scholarship, and service contributions. There are 3 recipients of senior merit, and I'd like to invite each of them to stand as their name is called so that we might recognize this group. Dr. Jane Cavender, Professor of Biology, Dr. Kurt DeGood, Professor of Engineering, and Dr. April Kelly Westner, Professor of Political Science. Please join me in congratulating these superb teachers, scholars, servant leaders. And finally, let us celebrate the recipients of our 3 prestigious faculty awards. Again, I invite you to stand. Dr. Michelle Cosmore, class of '93 and Associate Professor of Sociology, was the 2018-19 recipient of the Kreider Prize for Teaching, and her award lecture is scheduled for Thursday, October 10th. We hope you'll plan to attend. Dr. E. Douglas Baumberger, Professor of Music, was the 2018-19 recipient of the Rank Award for Research, and he delivered his award lecture and performance last spring. Finally, Dr. Anya Goldina, Assistant Professor of Biology, was recognized last spring as the 2018-19 inaugural recipient of the Polanowski Prize for Excellence in Faculty-Student Advising and Mentorship. Congratulations, Drs. Cosmore, Baumberger, and Goldina, on these distinguished honors in recognition of your exceptional teaching, research, and advising and mentorship. Again, I'd like to congratulate all of my faculty colleagues and best wishes to all for a wonderful and rewarding academic year. Thank you.
Chairman Dolan, distinguished faculty, student leaders, senior leadership, dedicated staff, honored guests, and the class of 2023. Welcome to the 120th year of Elizabethtown College. This event marks the formal start of the academic year. Your first, and mine too, here at E-Town. I'm excited to start my journey. I'm doing it with you, and together I look forward to learning from one another. What will be especially interesting for you as you move through your college career is to reflect back at the experience and see your milestones. See how you develop over your college years. Did you turn out to be the person you wanted to become? What I am about to tell you has become an affirmation, or more or less a mantra for me, as I have moved through my career and my life. I have called this to mind over and over again, and the words are as follows. Behind every success is effort. Behind every effort is passion. Behind every passion is the courage to try. The author is unknown. This resonated with me for years, and I received it as part of a leadership program that I had attended and was given a bookmark, which I proudly still use. There was never mention of whose words these were. So in anticipation of speaking with you today, I thought I should double check. I do have the faculty here, so you have to be careful, right? So I thought, let me make sure that I can give somebody credit. But when moving through my search, I listened to a speech using these words. It was delivered by Arthur B. McDonald, an astrophysicist who in 2015 won the Nobel laureate in physics for the discovery of neutrino oscillations, which shows that neutrinos actually have mass. It's a subatomic particle with mass close to zero, rarely reacts with regular matter. They come from violent astrophysical events like exploding stars and gamma rays. Very exciting. After listening and thinking about Dr. McDonald, I thought, can you imagine the painstaking effort it took when he and his colleagues embarked upon such a venture to determine this? I can only imagine that his passion and the passion of others who were along with him in this line of research had continued to try over and over again to make this discovery. Those of you who have conducted research can most likely relate somewhat to the situation. So I'm thinking, what could I have in common with this learned man? After all, I have never found something in the universe that meant so much, and I will never discover anything like this in my lifetime. So the one thing that I found out that we had in common, we were born on the same day. I think something was aligned in our stars, pun intended. So perhaps there is, so let's start with the first part of the mantra. Behind every success is effort. Hard work or effort doesn't always lead to success, but I can guarantee you that without effort, there is no success. Sometimes effort is a building block. It's not immediate. It's simply one stage on the journey, and it takes multiple attempts at effort to reach your success. Again, not dissimilar to what you have been doing in high school, you will need to keep that effort coming. It is the second sentence of my mantra that I want to emphasize today. And if you think back to Dr. McDonald, it's definitely the part that we have in common. Watching your life, your work unfold, and knowing that passion drives it. Behind every effort is passion. The Merriam-Webster Dictionary defines passion as a strong feeling of enthusiasm or excitement for something or about something you're doing. Passion. I'm just a bundle of passion. Maybe it's my Latin roots. I'm not planning on it anytime soon, but when I leave the earth someday, my epitaph will read, "I lived with passion." I've never been someone to sit on the sidelines and watch things happen around me. There is a cool, sometimes vehemently intensity about me. And you might say a fire burns inside. For me, my passion is all of you. And in that passion, it's about making a great experience for you, the students. I want to put processes in place and systems in place that ensure that teaching and learning is facilitated. I want to create a proving ground to allow you to fill your blank canvas with skills that will lead you on the path to success, both personally and professionally. As a professor for many years, I will never forget the thrill of watching a person learn and seeing that light bulb illuminate above their head. How lucky for me that I have found my way working in higher education. It took me a while to come to this, and I often question, are passions developed? By and large, they are. But passion can also be found if you go out and you look for it. My son Daniel knew from his childhood that he was going to work in something related to videography. We could never get that video camera out of that child's hand, and you can imagine how embarrassing it was as you're dressing in the morning and he's running around with his video camera. But now he works as a cinematographer, director, and editor out in California, aligning his work to what his passion was. My other son, just a year older, wonderful young man, it took him a while to get to his passion. He started out and he was a physics major in college. And he thought that this would be his life career, and he actually wanted to teach. And he pulled away from that at one point, and I think he followed the money. And he became a civil engineer. And he's doing well as a civil engineer. And it wasn't a surprise to me, but at 35 years old, he decided to go back to school and follow his lifelong passion, which is art. And now he'd like to become an art teacher. So how proud I am of the two of them that they are actually living their passion. And I'm hoping that I had something to do to instill that in them, and I'm hoping that I can help all of you. So here's where, when you're looking for the passion, we come back to the third part of it. Behind every passion is the courage to try. And it's that part of not necessarily knowing right now what it is that you want to do, but coming to terms with that and beginning to ask those questions. Meet with your faculty, get to know staff on campus, talk to mentors, and to learn for yourself what you're going to do with your college career. So sometimes you'll think that you know it, and you'll be going along, and maybe it's some classwork you run into, and it becomes very difficult, very hard for you. Passion may actually need a little bit of a shot in the arm, a booster. If you don't find it in your classwork, find it elsewhere. And this is where I implore you to go out into the community. Take your gifts and help others. Many of you in your high school, and now you're in college, have the chance to explore certain types of leadership roles in community service and engagement. So hone in on that. Who is it that you want to help? And remember that it is a combination of your time, your talent, and your treasure. You probably don't have a lot of money right now, but this is how you'll learn fundraising. And that's the way, with your time, talent, and treasure, that you're going to help to sustain an organization in the most helpful way. Life, careers, they're all complex, and there's going to be times when that light dims and passion wanes. But you can pick yourself up, you can dust yourself off, and you can look for passion in other things. I had to look outside work, despite the fact that I love being with all of you day to day. I've been at other institutions, and sometimes you just grow weary. I started a food bank and a soup kitchen and a Dining for Dignity program. It was not something that I ever thought that I would do in my life, but it brought me such joy and enrichment to see what I was able to accomplish with just a few friends and an idea. Somehow, work will not seem boring. Somehow, it will open your mind to redefine the work that you're doing, and it will establish a way to secure another passion. I congratulate you on your completion of the orientation program over the last week. I wish you the best of luck in this first year. And the last thought I'd like to leave you with is, life is a gift. Make sure you find the time to untie the ribbons and unwrap your passion. Thank you.
So now, as the class of 2023 takes courage and moves ahead to work hard to achieve their academic goals, they will demonstrate their commitment to academic integrity by signing the Pledge of Integrity, and the peer mentors will lead their first-year seminars to the Thompson Terrace for the signing of the Pledge of Integrity. And now, the benediction. May we go forth from this place in love, that we may treat all living creatures with reverence. May we go forth with vision, that we may journey with eyes wide open to the miracles that unfold before us each day. May we go forth with courage, that we may act on all that we learn to bring about a better world. Amen.